So what I'm going to do here is, now we can see, we're going to add some images for, well, one image because it's all we really have, but we have these grids here. So if we look over here, you can see, it's hard to see. Let me turn this off, but there's an actual X, Y, and a Z. And those are your planes, right? So I'm going to turn them all on so you can see them. And if you want to get a little bit more accuracy, we can put images on this, and then we can sculpt to those images. So we only have one image from the concept that I've used, and I'm going to put this on the right side so I can sculpt like this and try to get that matched up. Now again, it's not typically what I do. I usually just bring it into Spotlight and have my image here, or I have it on a second monitor. I'm just looking at it. But for this series, I'll show you this as well. So what we want to do is jump into Draw. And I'm just going to take it, actually I'm going to open up my tray here. Try to. Here we go. And I'm going to grab my Draw and just drop it in here so we can kind of see what's going on. Now, what I want to do is I want to grab that image I had. And if you look down here, we have front, back, up, down, left, right. And that's going to be your three axes that you can put this on, or your three grids. We really just want to have left and right. And I'm going to go to Map. And then I'm just going to grab the image that we've already put into Spotlight. Now, if we look here, we have this little guy on here. Now, I don't really need, now you can really see the X, the Y, and the Z selected, and I'm just going to slowly turn those off. We want to keep the X. We're going to get rid of, we can keep Y on this. We can have our base. So we know our floor is, and I don't really need Z. Now, if you needed Z, you would have to go in Z would be, and I'm just going to put some images on each one so you can get an idea of what we're doing here. If I go up, down, I'll just grab the same image. And if I go front, back. Now, of course, these don't make much sense because we only need one angle, but if you had a front profile, front shot of this or a top shot, it would make a lot of sense. But for right now, we don't need any of those. We just need this side one. And like I said, I'm going to keep the grid on. Whoops. The bottom. I'm just going to turn off the Z. I don't really need that. And I have this on just because I would like to see where my floor plane is. But I don't really need it on. I can turn it off anytime I want to. Now, that's how you add those on there. And one other thing I will talk about is, if we go back into left, right, is we have a lot of adjustment that we can do here. And just be aware, as you adjust these, you can't undo these adjustments, so just be aware where things are going. And if you needed to, you could move it, the whole grid, the picture on that grid if you wanted. You can do the same thing vertically. Oops. There we go. Bring it back there, or your angle. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You can flip it, you can adjust it, invert, rotate. You can do a lot of stuff. The adjustment will allow you to crop it if you need to. I don't need to, so I'm going to cancel that, but you could do that if you wanted to. So that's how you add an image. Next, what we're going to do is go in and create the body shapes with Z-spheres.